Hey guys, welcome back to the Deepwoken guide, where today I'm going to be doing a video that's different than what I usually do. I'm going to show you how to make a build that has upwards of 470 carry load. With the addition of backpacks a week and a half ago, I thought about making the best bank slot with the highest carry load imaginable, and I did just that. Just for perspective, my slot has 468 carry load, and it's missing a few talents. Before we get into the build, you might be asking, why would I need a bank slot if there are actual banks in the game? Now, I have 4 reasons for this. 1, because you could transfer things like enchants without the loss of knowledge. 2, you can store less important items and not take up space in your bank. 3, max banks are expensive. I don't even have mine maxed. And 4, deep gems don't stack in your bank, but they do on a bank slot, and this might happen with some other items as well. Anyways, let's get into the progression. So first, regarding your race, I personally did mine on a Felinor, but it works with every race in the game. However, the races with innate strength will always be better because of the extra 2 strength they give you, allowing you to have 102 strength at the end. Keep in mind that every point in strength is 1 extra carry load. For this build, you must start with a Fist Owl for the talents Fist of Fortitude and Captain Nitria. You could technically just get a Fist Owl before you invest in the points needed, but I wouldn't recommend it. It's a lot of extra hassle for no reason. For your elements, you want to start with Thundercall and Gale. It doesn't matter which one first, but you're going to be training Thundercall first, so if you want to start with Self-Conducting Loop, then have 6 Thunder and 5 Gale. For your core attributes, remove all points besides innate race points that you physically cannot remove. You'll see why later. For your boons, you must have Pack Mule for the extra carry load, and the other boon is up to you. Me personally, I used Autodidact, however you pronounce it, in order to just put in the last 15 points I needed after reaching power 20 without the struggle of having to grind just that little bit more. Now your origin doesn't matter, but I recommend not going Voidwalker because you're not going to be doing much damage and it's going to be a very tedious progression. Me personally, I chose Deepbound because I prefer Deepbound progression and it's fast. I didn't even do Diluvian and it was really fast, so it's completely up to you. Now that's it for the character creation portion of the build, and I will have a build link in the description, but if you do need an order in which to put your stats, this is what I did. Keep in mind that there are only 4 talents you need before shrining. First, I immediately put all the extra points from my core attributes into Thundercall and got 40 Thunder, alongside 20 Medium by equipping an Iron Spear. This is to get the talent Static Blade. Please, as soon as you hit 20 Thundercall, have 1-star Lightning Mantras preferred on Mystic. This is because you need Lightning Kick and Lightning Impact because they have talents that give you carry load. Next, you're going to want to obtain 65 Thundercall and 25 Agility. This is for the talent Gathering Electricity, which gives carry load. This is also why we got Static Blade, because it's required for Gathering Electricity. Please keep in mind that you must have a medium weapon equipped in order to get Static Blade and Gathering Electricity. I personally used an Iron Spear that I found, but you can use the basic sword, that other spear I forgot the name of that you can just start with immediately. Any medium weapon works. Next, you're going to want to go 65 Gale and 30 Agility. At 50 Gale, you want to get Air Pressure, which is a talent that doesn't give you carry load, but it's required for Pressure Break, and Pressure Break's requirements are 65 Gale Breath and 30 Agility. Now what you're going to want to do is obtain 1 point in Flame Charm, which is 5 Dying Embers if you don't already have it, and 2 if you do. Finally, add a point into Strength, Fortitude, and Intelligence. If you're progressing alongside the video, which is something I do a lot for in-depth build guides, you might be asking, hey, the Deepwoken guide, I have the requirements for Pressure Break, but I didn't level up so I couldn't get it. Here you have 2 options. You can either A, go to Mystic and say, I fight for the Legion, and then reroll a talent you don't need for it, or B, level up, which will cause you to have 1 less extra point at the end of the progression, but this won't affect your carry load. You can do either option, but if you have the Starting Knowledge Echo maxed out, I recommend going with the first option because you should have 15 knowledge at this point, which is enough for a Shrine of Chance reroll and Shrine of Order, but again, it's up to you. After you've done everything I've said and gotten all 4 talents, you should be good to go to Shrine of Order. If you chose not to level up, you should have 23 split into each stat. However, if you did choose to level up, you'll have 24. If this is incorrect, you did something wrong, go back in the video before commenting, hey, I don't have that. After Shrine, tell Mystic that you want 0-star Flame Mantras in order to get Flame Blind, and try to burn any other 0-star Flame Mantra that isn't Flame Blind because there are a lot. Also, make sure to get Strong Left if you see it because it's for another talent. Your stat order doesn't matter too much after Shrine, but I recommend getting 1 light weapon and 30 strength first, then investing into every other stat until you have 30 Thundercall, 35 Fortitude, 45 Agility, 30 Intelligence, 30 Medium, and 30 Flame. Keep in mind that the 30 Flame Charm doesn't matter until you have Flame Blind because it's for the talent Concussive Flash. Also, you did hear me right, you have to go back up to 30 Thundercall, make sure you do. This is for the talent Jolt Cast. After you have these stats, dump everything else into strength, because remember, every strength point equals 1 extra carry load, and make sure while you're doing this to get Shield Breaker and Unwavering Resolve. After all this, you should have extra points depending on your race and whether or not you leveled up pre-shrine. If you really want to, you can sacrifice between 1 and 5 strength, however much you need, in order to get 50 agility for Jet Striker. This is mostly so you can run from people who gank your bank slot, but this isn't really required if you don't want it, and you're sacrificing a little bit of carry load. Now, once you have all the stats I said and all the talents on the builder, whether you have Jet Striker or not, your build is not complete. You still need more carry load talents. The first talent is Hook, Line, and Sinker, which you get after successfully fishing 30 times. The second talent is Emergency Repairs, which you obtain by using the Repair Hammer on a ship 11 times. The third talent is Spare Nails, which is obtained by using the Repair Hammer on a ship 51 times. And the fourth talent, Tree Falling Blow, is obtained by doing a quest in Etria in which you break 5 trees using Strong Left. Once you've done everything I've said, you are completely done with the build besides one thing. Equip the Grand Pathfinder Backpack. It gives you a free 50 carry load, and that's the cherry on top to this build. Now here are some things to keep in mind during progression so I don't get comments like, why didn't I get this talent? Why didn't I get that talent? Vault Kick does not say it gives carry load on the wiki, but it does indeed give 7 carry load. The Pitcher talent is on the builder link because it only requires 5 strength and 5 agility and gives some carry load, but it also requires you to have thrown an item. I threw 2 potions and couldn't get it throughout my progression, so let me know if you know why or if you also struggle to get it. For Stronghold, you need a medium weapon equipped. For Fists of Fortitude, you need Fist equipped and 1 light and 20 fortitude. This is the reason we have the 1 singular point into light. For Captain Etria, you have to have your Fist style equipped, a shield equipped, and the talent Moving Fortress. Last thing is, Layer 2 is hard on this build, so make sure you miss as little talents as possible by using Mystic throughout the progression, or just have a Moon's Eye Tome on you really. Or if you have a friend to carry you through Layer 2, that's also just a viable way to do it. Anyways, that should wrap up my video. Let me know if you want more videos like this explaining in depth how to make a build. It'll usually be utility builds, honestly, if I'm making them, because it's the Deepwoken guide, not the PvP guide, and I'm pretty ass at PvP. Also, shout out to this guy in the Agamatsu chat for his live, for motivating me to make this video, and also helping me stretch this video out to 8 minutes. I get my money.